What's up, Broncos country? Welcome into the Broncos Breakdown by Chat Sports. My name is Moose. I've got some bad news to deliver to you. If you are clicking into this video, then you've already seen the push notification and the news around the NFL. J.K. Dobbins is most likely out for the remainder of the season with this foot injury that he sustained on a hip drop tackle against the Raiders. He has to have surgery on his foot, and it will most likely end his entire season. And this is a big blow for the Denver Broncos offense. Man, I woke up from a nap kind of wishing I hadn't, because when you wake up to such devastating news, it can really kind of rock your Saturday. And, I feel bad as well because we were so amped up. We were so ready for Chiefs week, right? We were getting our FKCs going, and we were really kind of saying, like, the season starts now. And now it feels like this is another setback here. It's definitely a gut punch to this Denver Broncos offense, which, by the way, has been sputtering, as you well know, up to this point. So we'll break down what this means for J.K. Dobbins, what this means for the Denver Broncos, and kind of looking forward to tomorrow's game against the Kansas City Chiefs and now moving forward. But this is exactly why you subscribe. Every single time that there is breaking news, every single time that the Denver Broncos do anything, if they make any sort of designation to the IR or whatever it is, I'm going to make a video for you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're about 7 subs away from 48K. Let's go back to J.K. Dobbins for a sec. So I don't want to be the one that I'm not going to dwell on J.K. Dobbins' past, right? The Broncos knew what they were getting into when they signed J.K. Dobbins. He is a high ceiling player, a player with loads of talent at the running back position. His patience, his burst, his field vision, he's got all of it. He can get really, really active in the pass pro game as well. But you did know the risks coming in with this, and that J.K. Dobbins is a player that misses time. He is an injury-prone player. And this is a little bit different of an injury, right? Because it's a hip drop tackle, and the NFL has kind of banned this tackle for this very reason. You're seeing a lot of injuries to players. So I'm kind of amazed that it wasn't called. But even more so, he came back into the game after he went out. And we were all like, oh, okay, J.K. Dobbins looks good. And we were told earlier this week from multiple sources that there was a slim chance that J.K. Dobbins could actually play against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, it was slim. We all figured he wasn't going to play against the Chiefs. But it just kind of goes to show you that these early reports, man, like, I don't know where the information is coming in that these injuries are less than they appear to be. The same thing kind of happened with Dre Greenlaw. We were told one thing, led down to believe one thing, and then all of a sudden, Dre Greenlaw, boom, doesn't make an appearance for the first 7 games of the season. So it's kind of a struggle for me right now, because when I read all of this information, and I'm reading the exact same reports that you guys are reading, it's not like I'm getting insider information that's wrong. Like, this is all public knowledge. You can go out and find this information for yourself. And seeing what I saw, I was like, okay, we're going to miss him for the Chiefs, and maybe, the bye week will get him right again. You should see him back for the Washington Commanders game. And there was that talk that he could potentially go on IR, but I assumed, just like everybody else, that it would be short-term IR. And it isn't. He's pretty much done for the entire season. Like I said, this is a big blow for the Denver Broncos offense. Now, I will focus on what this means for the Denver Broncos here for the remainder of the season, because I don't want to be the negative Nelly on this one, right? The next man up mentality. This is a huge opportunity for RJ Harvey, Tyler Bidet, and Jaleel McLaughlin. And there was a lot of people that were asking the same questions over the offseason. And they were saying, why is Sean Payton keeping 4 running backs? This is why. I think this is exactly why, because Sean Payton is a smart coach. He knew that there were risks in signing a player like J.K. Dobbins. You're going to get that high productivity for a short period of time or an extended period of time, but eventually those injuries will end up creeping up with him. And, this is his, 7th year in the league, and has not completed a full season in the NFL yet due to his injuries. So it's notably tough to sign a player like this when you see what the risks are. And look, I'm glad we gambled on him. I'm glad. I want to bring him back. I think he's an integral part of the success of this offense. But now you have to be at least a little bit hesitant in thinking about what a contract extension looks like for him, because right now you're paying him pennies. I mean, it's a 1-year deal worth what, all together like $2 million. It's crazy. So, like I said, this is the more positive spin on everything here, because I've been trying to get a little bit more positive and try to find the silver lining in some stuff. The good news is that RJ Harvey was a lead back throughout his entire college career. This is not a role that is new for RJ Harvey. And he's a player that has shown to be more of that Joker-style player that Sean Payton loves. Like, he is a good pass-catching back. He is a player that can still succeed in the dual facets of the Broncos offense, both in the passing game and the running game. But now, instead of getting your stereotypical, 6 to 8 carries a game, now you're going to have to be leaned upon to get 12 plus. And Tyler Bidet is going to have to step into a bigger role. And Jaleel McLaughlin, who's only got 1 carry on the entire year, he will have to take a bigger role in this offense. So now is the opportunity to really flex that next man up mentality. And the Broncos, look, I'm not going to pretend that this is all sunshine and rainbows. This is definitely a loss. But if this team can come together and find a way, kind of how they have been any given Sunday, this defense, I still believe, can win this championship. It can go out and win a Super Bowl for you. The offense has to do its job. I think that is now kind of like the thought, is the offense has to execute. They don't have to be this unbelievable fireworks show like the Indianapolis Colts, or it doesn't have to be a big play offense like the Chicago Bears. It just has to go out and execute. Every single team has a strength and a weakness, and the strength of this Broncos team is going to be one on the defensive side of the ball. So the defense now continue to be dominant, but the offense really has to come together and find a more efficient way to keep the ball moving and to put points on the board. So expect to see an increased role from those players, specifically Tyler Bidet. I think Tyler Bidet will transform into more of that north to south runner and kind of supplant that role from J.K. Dobbins. RJ Harvey is not quite good at that yet. He's a better east to west runner. He's great in space. He's great in the passing game, great with the ball in his hands. But Tyler Bidet, he's going to be that. He's got a little bit more power to him, right? Like he's really ultra aggressive in pass protection, so he's not afraid of contact. And I'm not saying that RJ Harvey is, but Bidet really can be that kind of like north to south guy. If you needed to get 5 or 6 extra carries for him a game as well. Chiefs week going on tomorrow, so obviously we take on the Kansas City Chiefs. We'll be live around 3 o'clock tomorrow for the game. Look, it's still FKC, right? We're still going to show up. We're still going to have a great time. This team can still win. It can still win a championship. Every single team deals with injuries. They're part of the game. I get it. It's a major blow to the offense, but you still have Bo Nix. You still have RJ Harvey. All of your receivers are healthy right now. You get Marvin Mims coming back. Drake Greenlaw is going to take a more active role now as that green dot linebacker. There is still a lot of talent to kind of be dispersed on the football field that can still win you football games. You just got to go up against Mahomes and kind of punch him in the mouth early on. You got to really establish the dominant style of play here early in this game, especially at home. But like I said, this is definitely a blow. J.K. Dobbins sustained that injury by, like I said at the beginning of the episode, against the Las Vegas Raiders. Came back into the game, which is crazy to me now, considering he has to have surgery on his foot. But, hey, we wish J.K. the best. I think that there's still a spot on this football team for him next year. Given his productivity, I would love to see him come back. But I also think now you have to start getting smart with your contract for J.K. Dobbins. And to George Payton's credit, by the way, before we end today's show, he was very careful with it. Like, there's a reason you only signed J.K. Dobbins to what he is because everybody in the room knew the elephant was, hey, how long can J.K. Dobbins play? And, we got a good chunk. We got more than half the season from him. And now I had said at the beginning of the year that I didn't think J.K. Dobbins was going to play the entire year. I thought he was going to give us 13 or 14 games. Not going to get quite that, but look, he's still a member of this team. He's a great voice, a veteran presence in this locker room, and I think there's a way that the Broncos can absolutely go out and kind of take over what he was giving you so far through the season. I'm going to be back a little bit later on today with some other rumors videos. By the way, in case that you are still with us here, do me a favor, hit that like button on today's video as well, and I'll put a little pinned comment on the next video. Obviously, everything that we filmed that is going out the next couple of days was filmed before this news broke. So you might hear some J.K. Dobbins stuff that sounds like, oh, Moose doesn't know what he's talking about, but they were filmed a couple of days ago. That's going to do it for us on today's episode. A reminder to subscribe to the channel, like today's video, and as always, Broncos country, mile high salute. Be cool.